We are Kanth and Shaku. This is my husband Kanth. I'm Shaku. We are originally from India, came as immigrant students more than 3 decades ago. Kanth came to pursue a PhD in computer science. I came as his spouse and then converted to a student so that I could also pursue a degree in master's in computer science.
We both graduated from one of the top schools in computer science in the country. And we were like, wow, we are just incredibly amazing. And we said we are so good that people should be lining up to take us in for as employees. Nobody was interested in us because there was Desert Storm war going on. The country was in recession, and most people in America did not, or many people in America did not have jobs. So as immigrants, we were certainly at the bottom of the list. Suddenly in the month of January of 1990, after 6 months of looking for a job, we got 5 job offers, and I'm thinking, oh my God. And we ended up picking one in the great city of Chicago, and we said, wow, this is awesome, we have arrived.
But my husband is a very ambitious guy and he doesn't like working for someone. And the first day at his job was the saddest day because he felt his freedom was gone. So I remember him coming back very depressed. And fast forward, people looking at 2 good incomes. Realtors were talking to us about buying a house. And 6 months, I think, into our career, we started looking for homes. And both of us, luckily, we were smart enough to buy a house, buy a townhome at that time based on 1 person's salary and not on 2 people's salary. So when we decided to start a business of our own and actually get out of debt, it was much easier to get out of debt because we were not depending on 2 sources of income, and 1 source of income could be saved up and paid off quickly. And that's one of the lessons we learned, and love to talk about it to many people.
Shaku, remember the time when we were not doing very well financially? In fact, I think it was 2000 or 2001 when we really had a valley in our finances. I remember the saddest book I would keep telling at that time that I would be reading is The Checkbook. Remember that? And one day, I think you read somewhere that we need to visualize or something like that. And you were in a mission-oriented manner. What did you do with the checkbook balance? Do you remember?
So we realized the power of visualization. So what we saw was the checkbook, of course, our bank account balance was not great. We were in debt. We had started a company, and due to some clients who could not pay us, and we had
dot-com collapse.
Dot-com collapse. We had to pay our employees, and we didn't have the cash, so we had to take a loan, which was significant amount of money, multiple 6-figure income. That is the time that I learned about, if you have a vision of what you want in your bank account, and that's not it. You make a plan to execute your systems that you're already in place, then you will accomplish that vision. So I took my checkbook. I wrote myself a check for $1 million plus. And I put it on my computer screen. I said, you know what, one day I will be cashing this amount and from my bank account. And that was the power of visualization. And soon enough, we were able to do that a few years later. And so many of us go through that struggle, so up and down, But over time, if you have the right systems in place and principles in place, it's only going to be a better peak you go. You usually go from peak to peak, but in between the peaks, there will be some valleys, but the valleys will be different each time and much manageable. And for that, we needed somebody to teach us the principles and the systems. We understood that the power of mentorship in various areas in our life, starting from how to be a business owner, not only think like a business owner, dress like a business owner. It's very comforting to know somebody else has also got your back, and it's just not the 2 of you. And that's what the power of mentorship is. Beyond that, it is, guiding us through the right information to make the decision. It is not just giving you an answer, because that's ChatGPT might give you the answer, but how does somebody with experience tell you to get the right answers? Maybe sometimes your mentor may not know all the answers. In that case, they can guide you to the right resources or give you perspectives. Have you thought about going to this person and checking out their experience in this?
So what Shaku is saying is we needed to be under the umbrella of somebody who's been there, done that, and is willing to teach you because they have your vested interest in your business. So our mentors held a equity share of some sort, right? Very similar to a revenue share maybe in our business. So they had a vested interest in our success. Not just in their hearts to see us succeed, but financially. When we profited, they would profit too. Much less than us, but they would profit too. But it made us both be aligned in the same direction. We didn't make any money. They would not make any money. It was like skin in the game for both of us. And that is something they earned a huge amount of respect from us because of things like that. So we knew that knowingly they would not mislead us. We had a great deal of trust. And of course, trust is built over time. And what we realized is they just wanted us to become better versions of ourselves every single day. Maybe communicate better, tell stories better, give analogies better, and maybe listen to audios on a daily basis, something like a podcast today, or read a few pages of a book on a daily basis. And Shaku and I, we never really poked each other. We were just busy doing that ourselves. And indirectly, we were inspiring each other to be right. We're not telling you all of these to brag, but to tell you we have not done anything that you cannot do. We have just done some things that you have not yet done. Especially the reason we believe that ours is a repeatable thing by most people is because we used a systems-oriented approach to get to where we are, to continuously build success, become better versions, become more valuable. And the value differential with others is what attracts more money to you, because money is an exchange of value. We understood fundamental first principles approach to making money.
So we realized that our vision was, if there are people like us, somebody helped us. We want to be able to help someone like us who is probably looking, but who doesn't know a solution or is not yet exposed to a solution, or has too much solution available on the internet but don't know where to start. We are looking for some younger selves of ourselves in some way. Motivated, have a goal, want to go somewhere in life, frustrated that this rut might not end if we don't do anything else. And if there is something available, which there is, I'm sure, because many people are living great lives. So all it is knowing that information, getting an access to it, and being a good student of that to learn the right mindset, apply it, and work it towards your goals, your personal dreams and goals. That part of getting the system accomplished is an infinite game for us.